Welcome to the fourth and final video on how to create your own practice of meditation. It has been such a pleasure helping you create your own practice, and I deeply hope that you've enjoyed and benefited from what I've shared with you, and that you're using all that you've learned each day to start some time with meditation. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about creating a sacred space, why to do so, and how to do so. So you know how every room in your house serves purpose. When you go into the kitchen, you know you're there to create food and make a meal. When you go sit at the dining table, that's where you eat. When you go into your living room, that's where we entertain or relax. Each of those rooms serves purpose. It's meaningful. When you enter it, you know what to expect. In fact, even if you start thinking about the kitchen, you might notice your stomach starting to growl. So your body, mind, and spirit know what to expect from those places. The same is true of a sacred space. All that a sacred space is a place where you go to do some sacred routine, whatever is personal and meaningful to you, whether that's prayer, meditation, or even just going to unwind from a really tense day. Having a place that's just for that kind of quiet, solitude, personal reflection, just a place to go chill is really, really purposeful, meaningful, and wonderful. So, how do you do this? You can do it very simply, or you can get very complex. Don't think you need to take out a second mortgage or buy new carpeting for any area of your house. This is really an easy thing to do. I have had clients who have been able to set aside an entire room for a sacred space, and that's lovely, but it can be much more simple than that. And even while so, it is very, very powerful. So the most simple thing you can do for a sacred space, this is how mine started, was just having a comfy chair. Just find a really comfortable place to sit, maybe with a nice view if you have that, but it doesn't really matter, but just somewhere where you feel comfortable. And maybe if you want, add something as small as a candle. So every time you sit in that chair and maybe light a candle, one particular candle, your body, mind, and spirit tune in and go, oh, it's time for some chilling, some quiet time, some prayer, meditation, relaxation, whatever you need. That's as simple as it gets. Like I said, mine started this simple: cozy chair and a candle. And then it got a little more complex. So my sacred space started really simple, and then it changed into something more special and meaningful for me. I actually have a little location in my house that's perfect for this. It's very cozy. It has a little window, and that's where I go to pray and meditate and just unwind. So I started collecting items that just seemed special, or that were special for me, that I was intuitively drawn to. And you can do the same. There really isn't any rhyme or reason, just to use your intuition and find things that are meaningful. So I got a little angel. I've got a photograph of my two favorite people, my kids. I've got a candle and my favorite set of mala beads. I have a ridiculous photo of me from when I was 8 years old to remind me of that young girl who was so empowered with my Dorothy Hamill haircut. And then I've got some books that I really enjoy from just to start my day, one of my favorites by Thich Nhat Hanh, and a journal. And I have a few other things in my space as well. But as soon as I go there, when I go to my sacred space, everything changes for me. My body relaxes, my mind starts to relax as well, and my spirit also just tunes into itself, so I can just be present and spend some quiet time with myself. So you can do the same thing. Create a sacred space for yourself that is as simple as a candle and a cozy chair, or as elaborate as collecting some special items and finding one location in your house to create that space. A corner, a bedroom, an entire room, whatever works for you. Now, as I wrap this up, I want to encourage anybody who has children or has positive influence over kids, that everything I've taught you through these videos can be shared with kids. And it is likely one of the best gifts you can give children. They're growing up now in this culture of go, 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 and they're constantly tapped into cell phones and computers and video games, and there's going to be a lot of pressure on our kids now with all sorts of extracurricular events and social pressures. So to teach kids to take some time to just be quiet, to tune in, is so valuable. Everything I've taught you so far, please share with children. Share with them how to relax their body and how to sit comfortably, how to tune in with themselves, how to breathe more deeply and with more awareness. Make sure they honor their bodies. Our children's lungs aren't as developed as ours are. They might not be able to do the 7 count for the 3-5-7 breathing technique, but help them to learn to really tune in to their body, mind, and spirit. It's just invaluable. My kids are both starting to do that. They have a tough day, or they're feeling frustrated or down in the dumps, and they're starting to naturally just say, I just need to take some quiet time. And that is a skill and a gift they're going to carry throughout the rest of their life. And on that note of a sacred space, kids can create their own really simply. Let me quick show you one from my kids. It's a simple box that they can open, and it just has some special items of theirs in there, so they can sit down in their bedroom and open their sacred box, and they have their own sacred space to do. So I'd like to just encourage you to share this gift with, especially with kids, and help them to learn it as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to all 4 of my videos to help you create your own personal practice. I hope you've really enjoyed them. It has been a pleasure for me to share with you, and I'm very grateful that you've signed into my website and trust that you'll enjoy everything I have to share. So thank you so much, and enjoy your meditation practice.